Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Here we go. Let's go. Set. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. 53. Mike, 53. Let's go. Let's go. Check. H3. Check. 18. Cover.
They go play action with Jackson. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there right off the bat. 44 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
On the set. 53. 53. Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On 2nd down now. Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. Now this one complete to Smith. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Go. Go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
He wasn't ready.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens.
Touchdown.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Locking the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Right there. Here we go.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep. And now Garoppolo lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
55, Mike. You don't want none of that. Give me that. Pick up the ball.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Golf.
Mike's 57's Mike.
Hey.
On second and very short, Garoppolo. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
56, bullet,
On first down, Dobbins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
We got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep
one. Match ball. Check 31. Check 31.
To throw is Jackson. Gonna throw again. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Thomas. Touchdown number 22 on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield.
Here we go.
You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted,
here we go.
but it winds up falling incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Open man, it's Keith Kirkwood. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Kill. Turn up.
Hey, Foxtrot. Hit it.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1.
Here we go.
180. 56 is the mic. I'm coming after you.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11. Check.
This is a counter play. Eckler. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah,
when we see those
baby.
runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
That's what I do.
From the 31, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw is Garoppolo. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson.
Outside coming.
He gets it to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
53's Mike.
Man out.
22, Jet Bomber. 22, Jet Bomber. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Let it go.
From the gun, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory.
Okay, baby, let's go.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it indeed. Here come the flags.
Let's go.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Get ready.
Now a give, right side. Dobbins. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
54 Mike. You got nothing today.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 23 here on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready, set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
When you get to the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Smoke! Smell fear in that offense.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. On third and long, it's Locke. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
21 yards. Well done on the return.
Let's go, baby.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. The second quarter score from Cincinnati, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson now. Nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's first and 10. Jackson. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Oh, yeah, that's a score on you. That's how you
Michael
score
Thomas with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Ready?
To throw it is Locke. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
4 down, check. 4 down, 4 down.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
A final shot before half for Locke. Here's a quick throw finding Edelman. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a round as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end.
Let's get that ball right here.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo trying for Edelman again. This time he's got him. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
so much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
66, bullet, half.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Hey, watch the ball, watch it go.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got Smith here. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's it.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown, baby, let's go.
Damian Harris. His first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Keep playing hard.
Here we go,
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, you know, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down.
Black 80!
Check three.
On 2nd down, Eckler.
Run!
The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Jackson. He lets it fly. It's caught inside the 25.
Here we go.
Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Back to you.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
55's my guy. 50.
Off. Hey, defense, let's go.
Mike, five.
Now it's Jackson.
Go.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And that will be incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it. It's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
I can't believe
Being chased out left.
I can't believe they even let you
Now
play.
he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. The game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. It's Williams on the catch. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now it's Lockett. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
21.
From the 27, Garoppolo, and an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Off the draw, here's Williams. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last
21,
play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd and a couple, Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Go ahead, go ahead.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. And Gano's kick is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Baby, let's go! Let's go!
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Mike,
180!
right there, 56.
Watch the pass. I got you. Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Garoppolo to throw. This is the tight end Fant. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Here we go.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
I got you. Check 3.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He'll buy some time right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the total. But they're still coming up well short, and that is how this one comes to an end. Well, this one provided some good drama down to the very end. That last kickoff return, for a moment thought he might break it, but in the end, they get the tackle and stop the drama.
You were starting to have more fun, weren't you?
Well, I was starting to stand up.
Yeah, you were into that one. Who knew? We thought maybe they might give that miracle finish that they were looking for. Didn't quite get it done.
So for Baltimore, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.